You are one decision away from screwing everything up in your life. One decision away from completely changing your life in amazing ways. And one decision away from keeping absolutely everything the same as it is. Our life are shaped by the decisions we make, aren't they? And we all have to make a lot of decisions every single day. You choosing to watch this video is a decision. And every single little decision that we make, big or small, affect the direction and the journey that we take in this thing that we call life. But then, why is it that it can be so damn difficult to make a decision? Especially when it's a decision that you know it's good for you, but it's a little bit scary, a little bit uncomfortable, and you don't know what's gonna happen. And we all have so many of those decisions to make. And even when we know that the decision might be good, might help us, might give us an opportunity, might lead to something good, we don't do it. Why is it that this is happening? Well, a couple of years ago, actually almost a decade ago, when I was studying and training to become a dive master, a scuba diving dive master, which is the first professional level. And this allows you basically to take certified people to dive underwater on what we call a fun dive. And in my early 20s, I was training to become a dive master, and I was, assisting instructor, diving every day, doing the training and all of these things for a couple of months. It was a very rich and interesting experience, a challenging one. And so the day I finally became a dive master, I was happy, I was proud, I was accomplished because of all the things I had to do. And I was already looking for the next thing. And in my mind, I already knew that the next thing was to become a scuba diving instructor. But I also knew that I wanted to get some form of experience and confidence before I actually teach people and take them underwater. But the challenge was that I felt inexperienced. I felt like I wasn't ready to actually take people on a fun dive because, I had all those fears and insecurities, like what if I get lost? What if something happens, I cannot handle it? What if, I get it wrong? What if people don't like it? All those kind of things that was affecting the decision making. And so my mind was telling me, just take it easy. Take it easy, take it slow, continue to assist, go on little dives, build your experience. And when you feel ready, then you can go and work, And I was telling this to a friend of mine back then, and he looked at me and he said, "No, that's bullshit, you're ready." And he stood up and he went a couple of tables away to talk to a senior instructor who was in charge of the dive shop. And he told him, "You know what? Nenad just became a dive master, he's good, he's ready. So if you have any form of work, just let him know he's ready to work." And that guy just turns and looked at me and said, "You know what? We just happen to have 2 fun divers who signed up for tomorrow morning, and if you want them, they're yours." And in that moment, I had to make a decision. I was scared to say yes and to do it because of all the insecurities I had, right? But at the same time, I could either say yes and figure it out somehow, or I could say no and take it easy and choose the, gratification in the moment of the easy way out. And whenever else, when I'm ready, I would then do it. So in the moment, I, spontaneously said, okay, yes, I'll do it. Mostly because my friend believed in me. And that kind of stirred up a bit of confidence in me. And so I said yes, and it worked out. And the next day I went on a dive and everything went well. In fact, it led me to dive and work every day for 33 days in a row, diving 2 to 5 times a day, which brought a lot of tremendous amount of confidence, tremendous amount of experience as well before I went on to the instructor level. So that one decision affected my dive career, affected my confidence, affected literally so many things in my life. And every day, or very often in our life, we get to make such a decision in our life. But why is it then that we don't do it? When we have the opportunity, why is it that our mind just keeps on telling us, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and then we procrastinate, and then we feel insecure, and then we drop it because we're overwhelmed, and all these kind of things? Well, all of this can be summed up in one word. And if you look back at your life, and if you look back at the big and small decision that you make, you will see a pattern. And that thing is certainty. What do you mean by that? Having a sense of certainty, a sense of confidence, a sense of self-belief in yourself, or in the outcome, or in the process, or like in my case, in somebody. And when you can have that sense of certainty, even if the decision is scary, even if you don't know what's going to happen, even if you're not sure 100% about the outcome, it's easier to make the decision, and that's usually when we make it. When we have that sense of certainty, we make the decision. And when we don't have the certainty, we have something else. We have uncertainty. And what does uncertainty do? It feeds your fear, your anxiety, that inner critic in your voice, that loud voice that tells you all those excuses and all those reasons why it's not the right time, why you should wait, why you should try tomorrow, why, all those kind of things. And that leads us to being indecisive or making very different amount of decisions. It's the reason why people go on Netflix and spend so much time picking a movie on Netflix. That sometimes takes longer than the movie itself. But why is it? Because we don't want to be disappointed. We want the certainty that we're not going to be disappointed with the choice we make. And so we end up watching the same old things over and over again because it's predictable. Because we know exactly how we're going to feel. We know exactly that we're not going to be disappointed. Or you go online, you look at the reviews, you look at what people are saying, and when you read enough, or when your friend told you it's good and it's safe, you go and you watch it. So we are always looking for that moment of certainty that will allow us to face our fears of being vulnerable, our fear of being embarrassed, our fear of being rejected, all those fears that comes up when we face the unknown, when we're out of our comfort zone. So one of the greatest things that you can learn is to find how to create and condition yourself to create a sense of certainty in yourself or in the outcome, in the process of what you're doing. Otherwise, you're going to be out of control, and your voice in your mind is going to try to keep you safe. And by keeping you safe, it's going to try to make you play small. So it's so important to learn how to build that confidence. And I have videos in this channel of how you can do it. It involves using your imagination, priming yourself, becoming mentally and emotionally fit by doing certain form of activity and exercises so that you can train and condition your brain and your mind to respond when you need it. Because when you start to make those decisions, life starts to change with you. Because remember, you are only one decision away from completely changing your life, keeping the things the same, or from, screwing it all up. And hopefully you will choose to make the decision that will take you to the next level. So let me know what you think in the comment, guys. I will see you in my next video. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Be well.